Yeah, what's up, guys? Good evening. And today I'm gonna be talking about how to boost your immunity against malaria, how to prevent malaria, and how to cure malaria. Number one thing I want to talk about is that in this video, I'll be majorly be focusing on how to boost your immunity against malaria because I'm actually making this video for general people and the people who have less immunity to malaria as well. Whether you have less immunity to malaria or you don't have less immunity to malaria, this video is for you. But I actually made it particularly because I'm making it particularly because of the people who have lesser immunity for malaria. And who are these people who have lesser immunity for malaria? There are several factors, but one I will mention today are the people with AA resource positive genotype. But we are not going to go into that today. The number one way of defeating malaria or for boosting your immunity against malaria is to do this every one month. Every month, every single month, there is a leaf that the Yoruba people call Oruwo leaf. It is also called Morinda usida. That's the scientific name. I think that's the scientific name, right? And it's also doubles as the general name. Most of these leaves, the general name is not really that popular, but the Yoruba people call it Oruwo leaf, and I know that I know about the Oruwo leaf very well. The scientific name and the what's name. So it is called Oruwo leaf, but they call it Morinda usida. This Oruwo leaf, how do you do it? How do you use it, or how do you use it to prevent malaria in your body? What to do is that you get a bunch of it. A handful of it is okay. You don't need much. Get a handful of Oruwo leaf, which doubles as Morinda usida. I'm going to show a picture here of the Oruwo leaf, right? After getting it, blend it, or grind it a little bit. You don't need to blend it into paste or to blend it or grind it so much. No, you don't only need to blend it to the extent that when you soak it in water, because you have to soak it in water to achieve the goal that we want to achieve. Blend it to a level. After blending it, soak it into water. After soaking it, soak it for at least 5 hours. After soaking it for 5 hours, sieve it. Sieve the leaf out. All you need is the water. Is the filter, not the residue. After filtering it or sieving it rather, the leaf, you're going to throw it away. So that water is what you're going to be taking every day till it finishes. So you are expected to be taking 25 cl of that water every morning and evening. 25 cl of it if you want to do that. And you have to do that for at least for 4 days in every month. If you can do that for 4 days in every month, that means, let's say, if you are going to do that, that means you would need 4 liters of water. You have to do this Oruwo mixture or this Morinda usida mixture. You have to make it in such a way that you have to make it that in such a way that it's going to be concentrated. You wouldn't want to do it in a watery way that is not going to be effective. You have to make it concentrated. You have to make it rich. Don't let the water be more than the leaf. Okay, so by plucking enough leaves that is going to saturate, or that is going to be enough for 4 liters of water, right? Yes, you are only going to, no, do you need 4 liters of 2 liters of water? 2 liters of water. By doing that, with 2 liters of water, you drink 25 cl in the morning, and that 25 cl is half of most of these Nigerian soft drink bottles. Fanta is 50 cl, Pepsi is 50 cl, right? So half of it in the morning, half of that Oruwo mixture in the morning, or Morinda usida mixture in the morning, and half of it at night, right? That is 50 cl, isn't it? The second day, another 50 cl, that is a liter, isn't it? So on the third day, 50 cl, on the fourth day, another 50 cl. I hope you understand the point I'm passing across. But if you can't understand, you can simply send me an email, any explanation or any inquiry at solarababaharbs@gmail.com. As well, you can get on my website to read more about how to do this. There's a link below in the description below. There's a link in the description below where you can read more about it, and as well send me an email for anything you want to ask or consultation. Secondly, I'm going to be talking about how you can use garlic to prevent malaria, and not only prevent malaria, also to boost the immunity of your body against malaria. This one is not even that hard, and as well, if you eat garlic a lot or food that involves garlic a lot, let me tell you, you are going to hardly are you going to be falling sick of malaria. If you eat food, and you have to be preventing malaria as well, but I'm going to come back to that. Using garlic to prevent to boost the immunity of your body against malaria. How do you do that? Is to eat. You don't need to be doing this every day, because the smell of garlic is not pleasant to everyone. So I wouldn't advise you to do it every day. Actually, you don't need to do it every day, as a matter of fact. And as well, all you need to do is to do this every month, consistently, consistently every month, 3 days out of every month. Chew a clove. Make sure you are chewing a clove of garlic a day. You can chew half of a clove in the morning and half of a clove in the evening. But if you can chew a clove completely in a day, I think it will be better. A clove of garlic a day, the following day a clove of garlic, the third day a clove of garlic. You can actually be chewing it any other time you want to, or you can as well, but at least 3 days in a month. Because the reason why this prevention is really, really good is because, a lot of people would have malaria and they wouldn't even know until they break down. That is when they will know that they having malaria. And let me tell you, you can think, oh, anti-malaria is everywhere. That is true. Anti-malaria is everywhere, and you're not going to be sick. But a lot of things would have happened to you. What are the things that would have happened to you that would happen after a malaria sickness? The loss of taste. Food won't taste very well, right? And malaria usually cause, a slow working brain. Your brain wouldn't work well. I'm telling you, that is what happens after a malaria sickness. Let me tell you, your brain wouldn't be as sharp and wouldn't be as perfectly working as it should be. That is normal after every sickness or every feverish sickness. But for malaria, it's really, really, it's really serious, that you yourself would know. You might be strong in your body, but you will know that your brain is not really at it yet. As well, that is the second way to boost your immunity against malaria. And the third one, yeah, and the third one is the dandelion method. And this dandelion is a leaf. In Yoruba, dandelion is called nyoni, or they call it nyoni vegetable, which means efo nyoni. How do you do this? Is that you pluck dandelion leaf, a handful of it is okay. With a handful, make sure if you want to do this as well every month. Or if you are having the symptoms of malaria, this is something you can do as well. A handful of dandelion leaf, chew it before every meal. I'm telling you, if you can do this, you can chew it before every meal. If you eat 3 times a day and you chew a handful of dandelion leaf before every meal, after 3 days, the malaria is going to be gone. And the fourth method to boost your immunity against malaria, so you don't fall sick to malaria all the time. The fourth method, right? We talked about Morinda Isida, which is the uruwo. We talked about garlic. We talked about dandelion, and now we'll be talking about water. How to use water to cure malaria. The way to use water to cure malaria, how to cure malaria with water. Yes, you can cure malaria with water. You can prevent malaria with water. You can boost your immunity against malaria with water. So how do you prevent it with water? This is very easy. Is that you should be drinking nothing less than 4 liters of water per day. And for the people who are overweight or they have a big size, they are fat, they should be drinking nothing less than 5 to 6 liters of water a day. By doing that, the malaria protozoa, or the malaria causing protozoa or parasite, can't survive in a running water, or in yes, in a running water environment, just as the egg and larva of mosquitoes, that is the vector of malaria, as well, cannot survive on running water. The same thing applies to the protozoa as well, and this has been proven widely. It has been proven widely in several cases that drinking enough water, because not the water most people drink every day is not enough. The amount of water most people drink every day is actually not enough. Because you should be drinking at least over 3 liters of water, but to prevent the malaria, you should be drinking at least 4 liters of water every day. And by doing this, your body will be prepared, your liver will be charged, all the organs in your system that are supposed to be detoxifying this malaria causing protozoa, they will be charged, they will be ready, they will be ready to defeat this parasite. Because when this parasite enters your body, the first thing that your liver and all other organs will be trying to do, your liver, your bile, and all these organs, what they will be trying to do is to suppress the to suppress the parasite and destroy it. So the strength of the parasite compared to the strength of your system will determine whether you are going to fall sick or not. So what you have to do is to help your system to fight against it. So the same thing applies to, maybe you are feeling some symptoms, you are feeling malaria symptoms already. What do? Drink as much water as possible. This time, if you are already feeling malaria symptoms, 4 liters of water wouldn't be useful anymore. You have to drink to stupor. You have to drink water to stupor. You have to you have to drink as much as you can, as much as you can fill your stomach. Like, drink excess water. At that point, it's not going to actually, even though too much of anything is bad, but it is just for the main moments, maybe within just 4 to 5 days. Drink it, and the malaria is going to disappear. So if you are already sick of malaria, I'm not going to lie to you, you have to use medicine, either the orthodox one or the herbal one, to get back on your feet. Even though water and all the things that we have mentioned as well, they are going to hasten your recovery process from this sickness. But your system would have been weak by then, and water alone wouldn't be able to boost it up as well. So in addition to this, if you are already sick for malaria, you have to consult your doctor, or you send me a message in my email or my number that is in the description below, to order for my anti-malaria herb. As well, I have a anti-malaria immunity boosting herb that I have made for people who fall sick of malaria all the time, and not for the people who fall sick of malaria all the time alone, and the people who don't fall sick of malaria all the time as well. That is going to, this herb that I have made is going to boost your immunity against malaria, so that you won't fall sick anymore. I've given this or administered this to people in the herbal way, and it has kept them strong for years without falling sick of malaria. I myself have the AA resource positive genotype, of which I am prone to malaria sickness, right? And this is what I've been surviving with ever since as well. So the fourth way to prevent malaria sickness, it's not about boosting your immunity, right? It's preventing being infected. How do you prevent yourself from being infected? It's by not keeping open stagnant water around you, making sure that all your gutters are running, all your drainage, they are running, right? They are running well. Not There's no stagnant water, right? And if you have any stagnant water that you can't control, you can get some kerosene or oil, or you can get kerosene, spray a little kerosene on any stagnant water around you. Or else don't keep any stagnant water open, because when you keep it open, it is going to become a breeding space for mosquitoes to to breed. And when they breed, they are going to grow more, they are going to start biting you, and then you are going to get infected by the malaria causing parasite. So thank you for watching this video. As well, before I go, not only kerosene that you can use, you can also use maybe veg oil or any kind of oil. This oil will trap the oxygen on the surface of the water, and the mosquitoes are not going to be able to breathe well. And when they are not going to breathe well, they are not going to survive on that water, thereby keeping you safe. Thank you for watching this video. For any inquiry, for any consultation, for if you want to get the malaria cure and the malaria immunity boosting herb, kindly check the description below. All the details you need is going to be there. And to read my health blog, of which I release one post a post every 2 days. Every 2 days about health, not only about health, and as well some spiritual content, how to use the religious way and the herbal way to solve spiritual problems as well. But majorly I focus majorly right now I'm focusing on health problems, how to use herbs to solve your health problem. So you can check solarababaherbs.com, to read it. Everything is in the description below. Thank you, and I'll see you some other time.